are on your way. It's for you to know I seek positivity and take it slow. Just get up and maybe you will find your answers to your questions you've not received. To keep your eyes open and continue to believe that you'll get there, just give it some time. And as a smile when things are looking down, 'cause your luck will soon come around. Learn from this new experience. And as a laugh when things are going wrong, to walk around with your head up and grin to your frowning world below. And that you know. Do you even wanna move along from the situation you're stuck on? 'Cause if so, well, I can help you through.
Okay, so the pot is hot, and this is my meat that I have previously left to sit in the homemade jerk seasoning alternative, and I'm just gonna add it to the pot. I'm just gonna add it to the pot. This, I guess, is also an alternative to baking it and grilling it. Number one, my grill is outside and I have no mood to go and strike up the grill with some coals. Secondly, I am cooking other stuff and I don't feel like wasting a whole load of gas on putting this in the oven. So my next alternative is to use it on the stove. Whenever I feel like using something like barbecuing pigtails or something and I don't want to use the oven or the grill, I use the stove, and it usually comes out tasting just the same. So I had my pork pieces cut up into small cubes, as you can see, and I'm just gonna let it sit there a little while. After that, I'm just gonna add some water to it and let it slow cook on my stove. So I'm gonna turn the heat down a bit, and yeah, then we're gonna check back. Okay, so I just want to come back quick and show you what's going on. I've had it bubbling on, it's on a small burner, just so you see, but the small burner is on high, and for about 5 minutes without adding any water to it. And if you can see that well, it produced its own liquid, so you don't necessarily have to add a whole lot of water, just to cover it and allow it to properly cook, because it's pork, it's not chicken. So yeah, I'm gonna add some water. Okay, so just so you could see, I have added a little bit of water just to leave just a little bit of the meat showing. So yeah, I'm just gonna cover it back and let it do its thing, and probably check this back in the next 15 minutes to see how it's. Yep. Now this is the jerk pork alternative, and some time has passed and it's still simmering. So when it's properly dried out, I will come back. Okay, now we are back and it's drying out. Well, not drying out, it's dried out. And when it's dried out, it kind of gives it a burn, not burn, but a roasted kind of taste go in there. So like I said, meat alternative to actually baking it or barbecuing it. And even if you're barbecuing this small portion on the grill, Especially if it's a gas grill, you're gonna end up with the same taste because they have to put it in a foil paper and it's gonna come down tasting pretty much the same. And I just wanna tell you this, the scent of it is identical to actual pre-packaged jerk seasoning, because when my family came out and smelled their room, they're like, oh my god, you're making jerk of pork. I'm like, not for all of you though, just for me. Don't worry, I won't be so greedy. But that's the end of it. I will show you what I'm gonna place it with a little later. Okay, so here I have made the dough for festival. Basically all I added was 1 cup of flour, 1.5 cup of cornmeal, 3 tablespoons of sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt, about 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, because I like cinnamon in mine, but that's optional, and 2 tablespoons of baking powder, and some cold water, about a third cup or less. And the texture, it's just so that you could see, I don't know if you could see, it's kind of sticky. It's not dry. It's not supposed to be a dry, hard kind of dough. It's supposed to be a bit sticky. So now I'm gonna get to rolling it out and placing it in my frying pan so that I can complete this wonderful meal I've been creating all evening. Okay, now I have the pot very hot, and I'm just gonna add the potatoes to the pot. And thank you, dear. And remember, I had the oil and everything in there. I'm gonna turn the stove down to low. And I'm gonna let that sit there a while. You notice I cut the potato very small. That's for a good reason. That's because I want it to cook super fast. I don't want to add too much water to it, because like I said, it's gonna be equivalent to if I had baked these in the oven on the stove top. I'll be right back. Okay, so I have been not turning, but checking on the potatoes. And all I did was basically to flip them over a couple times, sort of just like this, and turn them over. And I've done that for the whole pot already, so I'm just gonna, I still have the pot on low, so I'm just gonna keep monitoring them for the next 10 minutes, and I'll be back. Okay, so we are back, and I've already turned off the stove, and this is what we have. Look closely. The equivalent to oven roasted potatoes, and trust me, it smells great and tastes even better. Trust me, I've already been stealing pieces out of the pot, so yeah, it's very good. What I also forgot to mention is that I grated a little bit of garlic for those who like garlic into it, and yeah, that's the only thing I probably added additionally. So that is part 2 to this dish, and I have the third part coming up shortly. As you can see, I have already plated my meal. You can see the festival, my roasted potatoes, and my jerk pork. So I hope that you enjoy the meal. I know I have enjoyed it, and I say that because I've been picking constantly. But feel free to make any little adjustments that you want in terms of the way you prepare it. You can actually do it in the oven or on the grill. You can alter the ingredients or the recipe for the festival. You can also add a little something or take away something for your homemade jerk seasoning. Anyway, either way you do it, I hope that you do enjoy and see you next time.